Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a fun, easy, delicious, and most importantly, high protein way to prep out some delicious meals that'll help you lose weight, build a little muscle, and dare I say, get more matches on Tinder, then it's safe to say you came to the right spot. I'm gonna show you guys how to make a week's worth of cheesy burrito bowls, one of my personal favorites, and I promise, if you know how to work a skillet, you know how to work a spatula, and most importantly, operate a can opener, then I promise you have everything it takes. Let's get started. The first thing you're gonna need is 2 pounds or 996 grams of 96% lean ground beef. That 96 is important. That represents the fat to protein ratio. 96% lean, only 4% of its fat. That's what you want. And the first thing we're gonna do is brown the ground beef. Now I'm gonna take this time to show you guys the coolest little thing. This is an induction stovetop cooker. Basically, you plug it in and boom, you can fry stuff on it. Now, if you were camping, going to a friend's house, and that friend lives in a log cabin, or maybe you got rid of your gas stove because the Democrats told you to. But all jokes aside, this thing's super nifty. I get a lot of truck drivers, people like that, messaging me, asking me how they can cook while they're on the road. I think something like this is great. You just plug it in, whip out your skillet, and proceed to get absolutely diced. I'm gonna slap on the gloves and get to work. Now, one thing about 96% lean ground beef is that it's missing a lot of the fat that regular ground beef is, your normal 80-20s, right? And with that fat comes a ton of flavor. But these next few ingredients I'm gonna show you, basically this method of making this taco meat is gonna give it all of its flavor back and then some without adding a bunch of unnecessary calories. But first, we're just gonna break this up real quick, flatten her down, raise the heat up to about medium high, and we'll let it do its thing for a few minutes. We're gonna need 2 packs of taco seasoning. I'm gonna do 1 regular and 1 low sodium. After that, we need about 120 grams of water or about 1/4 cup. Now here's the secret ingredients. We're gonna add 120 grams of beef broth to this. It's gonna add a ton of that flavor back, but none of the fat. Then to help thicken it up, we're gonna add some tomato sauce, contadina. And then finally, we are gonna need 64 grams of Ortega sauce. This right here is the holy grail of flavor. If you can't find this, I mean, you can use whatever sauce you want to choice, or just enchilada sauce works really well too, but trust me on the Ortega. So now let's check on that beef, see how she's looking. And boom, that's exactly how we want it. So go ahead, break everything up even more, and bingo, by the time you're done, it basically looks done. We'll go ahead, we're gonna add our seasoning, boat packs, then we'll go ahead and add our water, and then give everything a nice stir. And once we got it mixed, we'll go ahead, add our beef broth, we'll add the tomato sauce, and then finally we'll add that Ortega, not wasting a drop. Now go in, give everything one final stir until it's fully combined. Now you may notice it's a little watery, but don't worry bud, she's gonna thicken up in the next step. Toss the lid on, I'm gonna bring the heat back up to about a medium high, and I'm gonna let it sit and cook for roughly 3-5 minutes maybe, stirring it. If you happen to check it and it's not quite thick enough, just give it a little more time. And once it gets to about this consistency right here, you know it's perfect. Now just grab yourself a baking dish, and we're gonna grab our final ingredients. So we are going to need some fat-free cheddar cheese. Now people see that or they hear that and they think, that sounds awful. But I promise you, it's way better than it has any right to be. And if we take a look at the macros, in 1 serving of this, it's only 45 calories. We're getting no fat, only 2 grams of carbs with 9 grams of protein. This is essentially pure protein. This is a cheat code right here. And if you have trouble finding fat-free cheese where you're at, just know that Walmart has it. We're gonna need 2 of these packs of roughly 448 grams. And we're also gonna need some burrito tortillas, but once again, we're getting specific. We're using the La Banderita carb counter, 0 net carb tortillas. Just take a look at the back of this. 60 calories, only 1.5 grams of fat. There's 13 grams of carbs, but 12 grams of that is fiber. We're gonna need 4 of these wraps in total. Let's get to building. We're gonna start with a layer of the ground beef. Go ahead and flatten it out and form it to the bottom of your pan. Grab 1 of your tortillas, rip little pieces off of it, and we're just gonna kind of spread those around haphazardly on top of the meat. Now we're just gonna add the cheese. Keep in mind, we're making layers of this, so don't use all of it at once. Keep an eye on it. You kind of want them to be even, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. With layer 1 complete, we're gonna rinse, repeat. A little more meat, a little more burrito tortilla, a little more cheese, bada bing, bada boom. And once she's built, we're gonna go ahead, wrap her with foil, and toss her in the oven, 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. And while we're waiting on that to cook, I gotta let you guys know about something. ANABOLIC, the world's best tasting protein bar. That's right, having a flash sale, baby. Bussin' birthday cake only $19.99 for a box of 12. Look at that thing, covered in sprinkles, soft cake-like center, white chocolate chips in the middle, flavor out of this world. And I promise, if you do not like other protein bars, they haven't tasted good, this one will be the best tasting one you've ever had. And I own this company. It's my pride and joy. I put everything into it. So really, when I tell you guys this, I believe it. You can head over to theanabar.com. Check out the new website, by the way. I built that thing. My blood, sweat, and tears went into it. Head on over to that flavor, add it to the cart, use my code RJF10 to get even more money off, and I promise you'll be getting a good deal, but you'll be supporting me, the channel, and I really appreciate it. So anyways, let's check on our meal prep. All right, go ahead and yank the foil off, and bingo, she's looking fantastic. Now with this entire dish, we're gonna get 5 meals, one for every day of the week, Monday through Friday. And here's where I recommend using the right containers. Get some glass ones. You can find them on Amazon, very cheap. They're gonna basically last forever unless you drop one like I just did. Well, folks, wasn't expecting this, but here we are. So let's just take a moment real quick while I'm cleaning up. Can you guys let me know if you like this new style of video, right? My content has been the same ever since I started YouTube. The way I film it, the way I record it, and I'm trying to just make it better. Yeah, this is different than what we normally do. So comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of this style of content with the voiceovers, the overhead shots, all that stuff. And I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm really just trying to make better content. So if you guys enjoy this, let me know. Hit that thumbs up button and rest in peace, that meal prep container. We got some fresh glass ready to go. I'm gonna eyeball it, try to get about 20% of it, a fifth of it. We'll go in shovel style, we'll scoop it out and just take a look at how gorgeous this is, right? The melted cheese underneath, you got layers of tortilla down there, that gorgeous meat. Ooh, that right there is money. Diet food, meal prep food doesn't really get much better than this. And this being what it is, it reheats so well. On day 5, it's going to be 98% as good as it was on day 1. And me personally, I'm not a big fan of veggies, lettuce, green things really. So I keep mine really simple. Toss some onions in here, toss some peppers in here. It's going to be great. But as long as you follow the simple base that I'm showing you, you're guaranteed success. And for each of our 5 meals, we are getting only 444 calories with just 8 grams of fat. We're getting 70 grams of protein. We're getting only 27 grams of carbs, with 9 of that being fiber. So roughly 18 grams of net carbs. Those macros right there are perfect. Recipes like this are quite literally the reason I love this diet, and I feel like for those of us who don't just want to eat leaves all day and chew on quinoa, this right here is the perfect solution. There's no such thing as bad foods, only bad ingredients. You make things the right way, like how we do it here on this channel, you can quite literally have your cake and eat it too. Speaking of eating, let's give this a try. Oh my goodness. 10 out of 10. This is literally going to be my dinner tonight. I can't quit eating it, but hey, that's a good problem to have. I'm going to take this time to tell you, there's a ton more videos on my channel, recipes just like this one, great macros, high in protein, good for weight loss. You can always check those out. Or if you want all of my recipes in an easy to use guide, you can pick up a copy of my cookbook at the first link in the description box. I literally put every recipe from the channel in there, and it grows as I drop new videos like this one. So as the time you're watching this recipe is now in there. And if you got the cookbook a year ago, 2 years ago, you can go get your free update and you have access to the recipes. And I know if you follow what's in here, you truly do. You'll see results no matter what. You just got to get in the kitchen and do it. If you want to grab that, hit the link down below. I'd really appreciate it. And I really appreciate you guys checking out the channel. It means a lot. So yeah, folks, I'm gonna eat this. I'm hungry. There's a little more glass underneath the fridge I gotta get. So like I said, if you enjoyed this, smash that thumbs up button for me. Subscribe for more great videos. Let me know in the comment section down below if you like this new style of content. And don't forget, bussin' birthday cake Anabar sale, theanabar.com. Check it out. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I will see each and every one of you at the next video. Peace.